Hello students, today we will learn that how to use Heisler charts, which is a topic of heat transfer subject. So first of all, I will like to show you my slides so that you will judge you are going to gain something or not from this lecture. Okay, coming to the topic, see, Heisler charts are connected to concept of unsteady state heat transfer. Okay, what is unsteady state heat transfer? It is the case of heat transfer in which either a body cools in cold atmosphere or heats up in hot atmosphere. Okay. For example, in case you are keeping a cup of hot tea in open surrounding, slowly it loses heat. Okay. So the temperature changes with respect to time. So in case for a body, the heat transfer is of such kind that temperature changes with respect to time. It is called as unsteady state heat transfer. Okay, so unsteady state heat transfer is of two types, can be categorized in two types. That uniform temperature change through entire body means temperature is changing, but it is uniform. I will tell you with example what is it, and non-uniform temperature change through the entire body. So this uniform temperature change is called as lumped system, and non-uniform temperature change is called as non-lumped system. Okay, so by example we will learn that what are these two. See, uniform temperature change means what? Take a steel tumbler or a glass full of water and keep it inside the fridge. Okay. Take it out after 2 hours. Okay. The water will cool down, say 5 degrees centigrade is the temperature of water. Now take a thermometer and dip inside water. What you will find that at every point inside the water content, the temperature is same 5 degrees centigrade. It means what? That the glass full of water was cooling but with same rate at every point. It is not like that at some point the temperature dropped to say 10 degrees centigrade, at another point it is 8 degrees centigrade, and some other point 2 degrees centigrade. Not like that. Entire water cooled down with the same rate at all points. So such type of system comes under the category of lumped system, and I have already made a lecture to demonstrate the science of lumped system. Okay, means uniform temperature change with respect to time. dt by dt, capital T stands for temperature, small t for time. XYZ is constant, means it doesn't depends on the location of the point inside the body. Now, what is non-uniform temperature change or non-lumped system? See, put a big sized watermelon inside a fridge for a couple of hours, say 2 hours, okay, and take it out, cut it into half. Okay. Now check the temperature of the watermelon. You will find that the skin of watermelon is colder than the core. You know what is the reason? The reason being that the skin of watermelon is closer to the cold surrounding of the fridge compared to that of core. From the core, heat has to transfer up to the skin and then will go to the surrounding. However, the skin grains of watermelon, they can easily transfer their heat to the surrounding because they are in immediate contact with the surrounding. So the core's rate of fall of temperature is of lower level compared to that of skin's rate of fall of temperature. Okay, so it means what? That the rate of change of temperature with respect to time for this body depends on the location. Okay, so such type of temperature change is called as non-uniform temperature change with respect to time and comes under the category of non-lumped system. The temperature is changing, but it depends on the point of the body. Somewhere the temperature is changing with higher rate and somewhere temperature is changing with the lower rate. Okay, so remember this thing that Heisler charts are particularly used for non-lumped cases. For lumped cases, there is different science. I told you the link also I given, so you can learn from there. Here I will talk about the cases of non-lumped system. I will take a numerical and I will teach you how to use the Heisler charts for finding the temperature of a body which is either cooling in a surrounding or heating up in the surrounding. So directly coming to the numericals so that you will easily learn. Okay, the numerical is a solid steel sphere of radius 50 m. Okay, it is initially at 200 degrees centigrade and it is suddenly exposed to air at 30 degrees centigrade. Means somewhere it is at 200 degrees centigrade, say furnace is there, it is taken out in an atmosphere where the temperature is 30 degrees centigrade. So what will happen? It will start losing heat to the air by convection. So the convective heat transfer coefficient is 100 watt per meter square Kelvin, and the thermal conductivity of steel is this much, 45 watt per meter Kelvin, and this is thermal diffusivity alpha equals to 1.2 into 10 to the minus 5 meter square per second. This is the data given. So the question is that what will be the temperature of center of sphere after 100 seconds. See, this is the case of non-lumped system. Okay, so for non-lump system, at different point, the rate of change of temperature is different. Means the entire sphere is cooling down. However, the core will cool down with slower rate compared to that of periphery. Okay, so first of all, what is the given data? The radius of sphere is given, initial temperature is given, environmental temperature is given, H convective transfer coefficient is given, K is given, alpha is given, and it is asked that after 100 seconds, what will be the temperature of a sphere at the center after this 100 seconds. Okay. Now what you have to do, turn the pages of HMT data handbook and find the Heisler chart for temperature history profile of center of a sphere. Means Heisler chart is actually case to case basis. Okay. So here our question is to find the temperature of center of a sphere which is a non-lump system. So for that case, we will find a particular Heisler chart. In case you are interested to find the um, temperature of a sphere at a distance half of its radius, you will find a different Heisler chart. Okay. So for particular case, there is a particular Heisler chart. Okay. So this is the Heisler chart. You can see written over here the central temperature as a function of time in a sphere of radius r naught. Okay, so r naught is the radius of sphere, and this is the Heisler chart particularly for when a sphere is either heating up in hot surrounding or cooling down in cold surrounding, and we are interested to find the central temperature of the sphere when the time elapses. So the x-axis of this Heisler chart is actually Fourier number, which is given by alpha t by r naught square. Okay, and these you can see these are some lines changing their directions. These are called as inverse Biot number lines, constant inverse Biot number lines. It means that in case you take this line, so you can see here the inverse Biot number is 30. Okay, so for this entire line it will remain 30 constant inverse Biot number lines. In case you take this line, this is 16. So for this entire line, wherever it is going, the inverse Biot number is 16. Okay, and the y-axis is this temperature ratio Tt minus T infinite upon Ti minus T infinite. Tt is the temperature of center of sphere at time t. In the question it is 100 seconds. T infinite is the environmental temperature and Ti is the initial temperature. Now what is this rectangular section? See, actually this is portion of this Heisler chart itself. Since in case this rectangular section would have been kept here itself, then these letters will become very small, so difficult to see. So it is taken out and it is magnified. These lines are constant inverse Biot number lines, and this is the non-dimensional temperature ratio, and this is the Fourier number. X-axis Fourier number, y-axis non-dimensional temperature ratio, and these are the inverse Biot number lines. Okay. Now how to solve the question? See, given data is this. First of all, find the inverse Biot number. So what is inverse Biot number? Formula is given over here, that is equals to K by HR naught. Okay, so either find out HR naught upon K and take the inverse of that. It will go like that also. So coming to the here, Biot number is HR naught by K. So H is given in the question 100 watt per meter square Kelvin, and R naught is 0.05 meter. It is 50 mm. It means 0.05 meter, and K is 45 SI units. Okay, so Biot number is coming out to be this. So inverse Biot number will be 9. This is the inverse of Biot number. Now, what is Fourier number? Fourier number is alpha t by r naught square. So alpha is given in the question. That is thermal diffusivity 1.2 10 to the minus 5. And T is, we want the temperature of center of sphere after 100 seconds. So T is 100 seconds. T is time here. And R naught is the radius. So keeping all the values, Fourier number is coming out to be 0.48. Okay. Now what you have to do is find out the inverse Biot number whose value is 9. So you can see the 9 is over here. So I shown it by the help of a thick red line. So this is constant inverse Biot number line whose value is 9 because we have found inverse Biot number to be 9. Okay. Now Fourier number came out to be 0.48. You can see 0.48. So 0.48 is between 0 and 1, somewhere in between. So draw a vertical line. So somewhere it will intersect this inverse Biot number line. Wherever it is intersecting, draw a horizontal line toward left. So it is coming out approximately to be 0.88. y-axis. So it means Tt minus T infinite upon Ti minus T infinite equals to 0.88. Okay, now our problem is solved. See, Tt over here, Tt is written as To. To or Tt is the same thing. To minus T infinite upon Ti minus T infinite equals to 0.88. We have found by the help of Heisler chart. Okay, so by cross multiply 0.88 into Ti minus T naught like this. So Ti initial temperature is 200 degrees centigrade and environmental temperature is 30 degrees centigrade. So T naught equals to T infinite will go over it, that is 10 degree centigrade. So ultimately T naught is coming out to be 180 degree centigrade. Okay, so temperature at the center of a sphere after 100 seconds will be 180 degree centigrade. So by the help of the Heisler chart, we have found the temperature of the central point of the sphere. In case there is some different problem, means there is a problem of cylinder and we want to find out the central line temperature of the cylinder which is cooling in some cold surrounding, there will be some different Heisler chart. So by the help of this lecture you would have got an idea that how to solve the numerical problems of non-lumped cases by the help of Heisler chart. Thank you.